Hey, what's going on YouTube? Craig here, and in today's video we're going to be checking out some gear that I've been pretty excited about. There's plenty of videos about this online, but I really think it's worth checking out if you haven't gotten into it, and it is the Synergy Amps. So if you're not too familiar with the Synergy Amps, they make these really awesome compact modules that are great for in the studio or live. And Deeds of Flesh recently played Milwaukee Metal Fest, and our other guitar player had the Syn 1, which holds a single module, and he was using the Engel Powerball, and that thing sounded so good. So I wanted to get my hands on them, make some videos, show you guys how it sounds. So we're going to be checking out the Bogner Uberschall. This was created in collaboration with Reinhold Bogner, so I mean it's about as close as you're going to get. And this thing just rips as far as high gain metal tones. If you're doing any kind of extreme metal or just any kind of metal really, if you just need high gain, this is the thing to get. So we're going to be checking this out. I have my Hype GTI running into a ISP noise decimator into a precision drive. Right now I have the precision drive turned off, going right into the front of the Syn 2. I'm using the Syn 2, which holds 2 modules, so really convenient. It's rack mountable if you're doing any kind of live traveling. I wish I had something like this when I used to tour, because this thing it's crazy being able to have 2 of these awesome preamps. I also have the 6505 plugged in here as well. We're going to be doing another video on that at another time, but right now we're just going to be checking out the Bogner Uberschall. So this is a 2-channel unit. It's got the blue channel Uberschall Twin Jet and the red channel Uberschall Super High Gain. So right now I have the precision drive turned off, so we're just going to be hearing all the tone coming straight out of the Bogner Uberschall. I have everything at noon. I have the pre-EQ basically to where it's off, to where you're getting the sound that the actual amp would have, and then I also have the boost off as well. So let's just have a listen and see how it sounds. So the sounds that you're hearing is the DI running out of the Syn 2 into my audio interface, and what's awesome about this is that it has a built-in cab impulse response, and it sounds really good. I was pretty impressed by how it sounds, because it just, I mean, like that sounds ready to go right there. And the cool thing is, if you're playing live and you just want to run front of house with it, you have a built-in cab impulse response. So if for some reason you just don't want to use a cab, or if you don't have one, you still have that option. And you can always bypass it too and use any impulse responses that you have in your computer if you are recording in the studio. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the precision drive, and let's hear how it sounds with a little bit of extra gain. So I could probably back off a little bit of this gain. Just has that super tight, aggressive sound. It's the tone that I've always liked, especially when I was listening to and getting into a lot of tech bands, especially bands like Severed Savior, that just had that. Just that super tight, articulate tone that I really enjoy. All right, so I'm going to turn the precision drive off, and let's check out some of these pre-EQ settings. So this right here is the normal. So it's starting to add a little bit of a different coloration. So let's check this out. So let's turn the gain up a little bit more, since now it's a little bit different. Let's go ahead and turn on that precision drive. So now the precision drive is kind of acting a little bit more like you would expect, kind of tightening up those lows and giving it a little bit of cut. So you can hear just with the box setting with the pre-EQ off, it just has a ton of gain. So when you're changing through some of the pre-EQ settings, it's going to sound a little bit different, but then that allows you to shape the tone a little bit differently than you normally would. So let's go ahead and check it out with the neck pickup. And for this guitar, I'm also using the Keith Merrow Fishman pickups, which have just a really cool sound to it. I really like the sound of these. And it's got an effects loop too, so if you have any sort of time-based effects, right now I have my Horizon Devices Flex Echo plugged in here, so let's have listen to this with some leads. All right, so now let's go ahead and check out this next pre-EQ switch. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the precision drive so we can hear how it sounds. All right, so now with the precision drive. So you can hear as you are going from certain pre-EQ settings and using a overdrive, you'll see that it's a little bit more, or very saturated. So now is probably when I would go ahead and dial back this gain a little bit, because you don't need too much gain. You need just enough. Even that is quite a bit. So let's go ahead and let's dial that back a lot. Let's turn this off. So even without the overdrive, it sounds like just enough gain, if not more, than you really ever would need. So if you were looking for a gain monster, the Bogner Uberschall is the way to go. So now let's go ahead and check out a little bit of the blue channel. Let's go ahead and turn on the overdrive. Turn that gain down a little bit. Let's check that out without the precision drive. Let's hear how this sounds with the gain a little bit more cranked without the overdrive. So you can hear it's got a super thick tone to it, which is really, really nice. Let's go ahead and turn on the precision drive. So you can hear that you really get a lot of versatility out of this amp, from super high gains to just, you know, more chill kind of crunch rock tones. Turn off the precision drive. All right, so now we're gonna check out some tones with another guitar. This is my RC1. This is the Rusty Cooley signature from Ormsby. So let's go ahead and check this out. Let's go back to the red channel. And actually what I wanna do too is check out this boost right here. So let's see how this sounds. And this is not using the precision drive. Sounds awesome. So let's turn on the precision drive and see what kind of madness happens with this. Oh yeah, that is a lot of gain. Let's go ahead and turn the pre-EQ off and see how this sounds. Go back to the no overdrive. So let's go back to normal and turn the overdrive back on. So I'm going to turn the delay back on. Let's have a little bit of fun with this. So whether you're a studio musician or in a touring band, I can't recommend the Synergy amp stuff enough. If you're in a traveling band and you need to bring 2 different preamps, I definitely recommend getting the Syn 2 as well as the Syn 5050, which is a power amp that they provide. And it's perfect for plugging into a cab. I've used it with my 212 right here and it sounds killer. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. The Bogner Uberschall is probably one of the beasts, if not the biggest beasts, when it comes to high gain amps. So if you want to learn more about Synergy amps, click the link in the description below. They've been doing some really awesome stuff, and I'm sure they have some more awesome stuff on the way. So be on the lookout for a few more videos like this, and thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, see you in the next one.